what's going on, NGT community? It's Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics. Big news for Halo fans around the world. The rumor is, although it's not so much of a rumor in the opinion or the eyes of Joystick, online gaming news website. Of course, the link is going to be in the description. But the remake of Halo Combat Evolved, the very first Halo, which was that more than 10 years ago, or 10 years ago, around there anyway, is being remade. And here's a few details, and of course, you know, you can read them yourself, but it's not just going to be amped up graphics. So they are doing it. They're bringing it up to HD quality. It's going to support 1080p, I believe, and 3D television. So I don't know exactly what they're doing there. It's not being done by Bungie, though, because as you know, or if you don't, you will now, Bungie has signed a 10-year contract with Activision working on another secret project there. So they don't have Bungie available to work on it, which can be, sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes not so much. And I'm very curious to know, for Halo fans, whether you think this is good or not, or whether they shouldn't have done it, whether it should have been Bungie, because Bungie's been the one who brought the game, has developed everything, and has only been the only one to ever work on it. So anyway, at least to my knowledge, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you will anyway. So it's going to be Saber Interactive, which created Time Shift, I believe. So Saber Interactive is working on it. There is going to be a multiplayer component to it. They just don't have the details on that. I believe they've confirmed an online multiplayer co-op mode. The original had a co-op split screen. This one is going to have an online co-op mode, which is a lot better. I know some of you guys are big fans of split screen, but quite frankly, split screen sucks. Not being able to see your whole screen. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's more fun when you have your buddy sit on your couch, blah, 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 blah. That's for fighting games, not for first-person shooter games. They don't work so well with that. Fun in the day when you didn't have any other choice but to play it that way. Not so cool now when you have your own 42-inch LCD 1080p TV first person, you know what I mean? So anyway, they're going to be working on that. Details are not exactly known right now. As I said though, 1080p, so amped up. And another thing too, it will not, they confirmed it will not be using the Halo Reach engine. It may use a completely different engine. Probably, obviously, made by Saber Interactive. So here's the question though. As a huge Halo fan, and I'm talking to you guys because I don't have a lot of experience playing the game, but as a huge Halo fan, do you think it's good that, number one, I mean, we already know that the next Halo is going to be created by a different company anyway because Bungie's not there anymore. However, for a remake of the original, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like, I mean, I would look at it as a diehard fan as the Sacred Chalice. You don't mess with that. You don't change it. You don't, you know, mess around with how it was presented, the way it started. I mean, there's a lot of you fans out there that absolutely love this game. And for me, such a game that, you know, whether if you're PC, PS3, or Wii and you're like, whatever, garbage, irrelevant. Think of a game that you absolutely love that's only on your system. And it was always created by a certain developer, and then a new one's going to come in and redo the one that started the whole thing. I don't know if maybe I'm taking it too seriously or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be what it should be. You know what I mean? If they were going to do a remake, it would have been really nice to see Bungie doing it. You know, and go back and say, you know what? We've come a long way. Let's amp it up as a special anniversary and make it just so amazing and say, here's the way it could have been if it was released now. You know what I mean? And there was nothing wrong with it. When it was released, it was one of the greatest games out there. You know what I mean? So, but it's not going to use an engine, the same engine, so it's going to have a different feel to it. It always does. If you look at Call of Duty, I know I'm comparing apples to oranges here, but you look at Call of Duty always being developed by Infinity Ward. Treyarch comes in with their own sort of tweaked engine, whether or not they even used the Call of Duty 4 engine, the Modern Warfare engine, and tweaked it. There were amazing differences in how that game played. There was a drastic difference, and a lot of people were like, whoa, I don't like it now. And the same sort of differences are sort of evident from Modern Warfare 2 to Black Ops. So my question is, do you think that should they have used the Reach engine? I mean, you know, Microsoft owns it. Why not use an engine that's been perfected? I'm a little weary that a completely new company entering the Halo sort of realm is going to be tampering with how that game feels. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But as fans, I want to hear from you guys and gals whether or not you think this is good, whether you're looking forward to it. I mean, I think it's very, very cool that they're doing a remake. I think that is very, very cool. Like a 10th anniversary remake, why not? But should they be tampering with all these things? Like, yeah, you know, have a different company come in, but at least use the Reach engine. I think that's something that should have been in there. I'm just a little bit hesitant the fact that they're not even going to use the engine. You know what I mean? So at least it has that feel that you're familiar with. Also, they're changing the control configurations as well. Sorry, just popped in my head there. They're changing it so that it'll be more sort of familiar in current control configurations, because they didn't have that back in Combat Evolved. So they're going to have, I think, very similar to Reach, so that you don't have to lose that configuration and you can still be comfortable with it, which I think is very good, because if they didn't have that, then there would be a lot of issues. Anyway, leave your comments below. I'm very curious to see what the community thinks about this. Excited, not excited? Excited but hesitant? I don't know. Leave your comments below. Peace. Hey guys, we're on Netflix! Okay, well, we're not on Netflix, but we are officially sponsored by them now. Thousands of movies and TV shows available every day at the click of a button. For a free 1-month trial membership, simply click on the link in the description, courtesy of NextGenTactics. Yeah, you're welcome.